to SCHINO'S kitchen. Today we will be cooking a very simple dish, but in the fact that it is so simple, it's one of these like cooking the poached egg a couple of weeks ago, it's very easy to mess up. If you get this wrong, an Italian will literally chuck the plate at your face in the restaurant. So my nan taught me how to cook this. The reason she taught me how to cook it was because I come in late, a bit drunk, didn't really have much ingredients, so I produced something out of simple garlic, parsley, salt, chili flakes, simple pasta, and obviously filet povello, olive oil. Now what this is called is aglio e olio. So if you're Italian, you know what that means. It's simple, it means garlic and oil, but it makes you sound like you're a lot more intelligent than you are when you say aglio e olio. So we are being joined today as well, aren't we? Yes, so we have Simon Gibbs, who's our technical sales agent. He has been at Pulse since 2014. I won't give you too much information now because we're going to go through it in the actual video itself, but it's really exciting to get him on camera because behind the scenes he does a lot for Pulse and people don't realise who he is. So I wanted to introduce you to him and make some pasta at the same time. So I hope you enjoy, guys. Hello Gibbo.
Afternoon.
How are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to cook some pasta.
Lovely.
I'm going to show you how to cook some pasta. So I'm really grateful that you're here today because what I wanted with the cooking show today was for people to get to know you, because obviously I'm out there talking to people, but you're this guy in the background. I talk about demos that's always there to back up everything that we're selling as a company, not just from a box perspective, but from a technical perspective. So I wanted people to get to know you, know what you do, so that obviously you can start having more open conversations.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we started at the same time, didn't we, at Pulse?
Yes. Yeah, was that what year? 2014?
Yeah, mate, I had a GTI and I've got a Kia Sportage now.
Got up.
Got up as well, mate, yeah. No, so I remember I went home to Hyacinth that night, I was like, oh my god, there's this dude there, his name's Simon, he's got a bigger beard than me, and he's got a GTI, but his is better because it's older and more collectible.
What did you have?
I had a Mark 7.
It was mine, Mark 2.
Mark 2.
G60 it was.
Left-hand drive, supercharged.
Aubergine.
Yeah, I don't know what the core car. But yeah, we started around the same time, and I suppose we kind of really sort of built our way up through the company just by, I suppose, knowledge and working hard and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that's been really apparent to me during my time as a salesperson at Pulse is that whenever I'm sitting there specifying a piece of equipment, you've always got to know that that piece of equipment is going to work. And you are a big part of that, so you helped me with drawings and all sorts. So how did that all come about? I mean, you've obviously just started working at Pulse and then I did the drawings.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, from school, went to Hertfordshire Uni, Hertfordshire Uni, ironically in Hatfield. It was I did sports science actually, funnily enough. So nothing to do with this industry at all. But
no, but it's not just that you did sports science. You was a rugby player though.
Yeah, played a little bit of rugby.
Yeah, a little bit of rugby. A little bit of Saracens.
Yeah, I was at
Nothing too special.
No, it was really mainly because I was in the academies there and kind of had a contract for them, scholarship and that kind of thing. So it was kind of kind of a natural progression. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Oh, COVID. Sorry, very rude.
And just sort of it was the normal thing to do after school. Probably didn't discuss the options too much. It was like, oh, you like sport? Why don't you do sports science? That'd do. I was like, yeah, right, great, crack on. So yeah, was there, and I'll be honest, it was good. Completed it. It wasn't probably what I really wanted to do. Maybe was a little bit lost, and so anyway, got a little labouring job for a local interior fit out company. Just literally being a labourer, just worked from the bottom. And
how old were you? You must have been what, 20?
21. I was playing still playing rugby at the time, so it was kind of just sort of paying for me to kind of play and things like that. But then in the end I ended up sort of working up to being in the office, doing some project management, did all the CAD courses there, and sort of just learned sort of the basics of project management and things like that.
This is in cinema, or is this?
No, this was in
shop fit out.
This was a shop fit out, an office fit out in London. Yeah. But that was around 2007, 2008, and that was like when the recession came along. So I was sort of last in, first out. So that was that. And then luckily my old man's in the industry.
Yeah, because he works all trades, isn't it?
Gibbs, all trade.
Yeah. What's really funny is, right, whenever I speak to people on the phone, and they think that, you must have it as well, they think that you're me, and I think that you're me, and they think that you're...
Well, they know more about me than I know about me.
Well, yeah, it's funny, because I'm always talking to someone, and they go, oh, how's your dad? And I'm like, 66, and he's sitting there, like, how do you know my dad? They're talking about your dad. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Right,
He
loves it.
Good man. He's a good man.
He's a good man. He also had a few contacts, and I think Mr. Simon Clark was after he was after somebody who could help do some drawings for him, and just been made redundant. So stepped in. I think I was there for 3 years.
So was you like on site and doing things like that? And that's how you.
Well, that's how.
That's the thing about you.
That was my first. Yeah, that was my first. It was weird. That was my first kind of introduction into AV. I guess maybe subliminally. With my dad being in the industry, and he coming home with Nevos and all that kind of stuff, just sort of inherently, so what are you doing there? And pretty much did his job for him when I was about 15. So it was kind of just learnt it from there really, learnt the programming side, learnt bits and bobs. It was just a game back then.
I have to say that there is certain characters in the industry that you meet, you being one of them, that have organically learn everything they've learned. It's like you can go on a course and learn how to do something, fair enough. But to learn in the way you learn and to grow up with it and to practice it and to work on the job, that is where you get that kind of real experience.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And it's just understanding the, as you say, the nuts and bolts of it really. And then so when I worked for Clark Infinity, it's strange because I forget people's names all the time, but model numbers just stuck in my head. Yeah. And I was going to site and talking to clients, and I kind of just sort of knew how the system went together, just could understand it. Yeah, I could just see it, and I thought, you know what, this is really enjoy this is where I want to be. And then there was an opportunity here, and I took it. So and then that's it. So I've been here for 6 years. 6 years now.
No. 7 years nearly. 7 years this year. Yeah. But I still remember my interview, the day I turned up here, and I wore a suit because in the field that I was in before, everyone wore a suit and looked a bit stupid during the day. So I came in my big red tie and everything, looking like a Labour MP. And Mike just turned around to me and said, "You're never going to wear that." And I remember that point, sitting here thinking, the oldest place is posh. And then you walked past, and you had a massive beard then. You looked like Harry out of Harry and Henderson. And you walked past, and then
I've heard that one before.
And then that was it. My eyes cast across yours, and it was love at first sight, and it broke.
That was it. Simon. Forever.
So now I know who you are and where you've come from. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, and well, not about me, but about what I'm actually doing. So where you are a rugby lad, and you have been out, been there, done it, got the t-shirt, got the hangover to prove it. I'm going to show you something really quick and easy to cook that isn't just like warming up beans on toast. There's a little bit of prep involved. Make sure your water's boiling. You've got to get your ingredients. Now, I was saying just before we started filming, this is called aglio and olio. So basically, aglio and olio is garlic and oil. It's very simple. So we're going to fry this garlic off. We're going to add some chili flakes. Give it a little bit of heat. The seasoning for this, we don't like when you're seasoning food at home. Do you cook it and then sort of taste it as you go, and then like add seasoning at the dinner table? You like sort of bit of pepper, or are you quite
it depends. I mean, I don't do an awful lot, but it's barbecue season, you know.
Oh, I've had a cheeky. Sorry, Mike. I've had a few cheeky little barbecues at lunchtime. You guys got
Yeah, back in the day, well, yeah, it was a long time ago. A bit of salt and pepper, and nothing too crazy.
Well, that's the thing. Simplicity is often the best way to cook, and I was saying as well, one of the hardest ways to cook. Cooking an egg, cooking something like this, you can really mess it up. And the seasoning side of things with this dish is really key. Is that you're not seasoning the pasta; you're actually seasoning the water. because you're going to use that pasta water to help emulsify with the oil and garlic and the chili to become this nice kind of silky sauce on the actual pasta itself. So you want to make sure that your pasta water is nice and salty, otherwise you have to add salt afterwards. Good. So I'm going to cook up this, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the updates that we've got going on at Pulse. So you've been very busy, haven't you, behind the scenes doing stuff? Obviously you've got the Alcons release that's gone out, so you've been ahead of specifying the correct equipment to go into our big cinema. Has it been going right, smoothly? When's it going to be finished? Because I think dealers want to get in here and actually demo it.
No, it's been going very well. We've been working very closely with Alcons, with Storm, with DTS, with just trying to kind of work and create the perfect cinema, basically that can cover the audio formats, the Dolby, the Atmos, the DTSX, the Oro. We're basically trying to work out what's the perfect layout.
I suppose this cinema build though is, obviously we distribute Paradigm, which produces incredible systems at a lot of different price points. What this system, I suppose, is all about with the Alcon side of things is that real, just out and out, big sound, big performance that you get from these kind of brands.
Absolutely, yeah.
Real bespoke side of Pulse for those real custom jobs, you know?
Yeah, well, I suppose Alcons is it's a commercial brand, obviously, at heart, and it's a brand that supply theatres, cinema theatres, concerts. So we're trying to basically bring the real cinema into people's homes and to try and give them that experience.
These aren't sort of easily architectural speakers, are they?
No.
They're big black boxes that have a purpose.
Absolutely. So there is a certain design. You have to really think about the room, how you can design it. What acoustic treatments, everything. Tends to be behind the scenes, and we're working very closely with Acoustics to try and develop a room that can incorporate the acoustics and the speakers and everything, all hidden behind the scenes, so you don't see a really nice clean look.
That's going to be like a report that you can refer to as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like project report for them,
absolutely, and we are looking to do a proper feature on this as well. So this is something that we'll go into more detail.
But you've probably seen there's some sort of ideas bouncing around on social media with the rendering and sort of things. I'm really excited to be able to put this one out there because our kind of relationship is I'm doing a demonstration and selling the system as such and experience to the client, and then I come to you with this kind of bowl of stuff and go, talked about this, can you make it work? And not toot, but 9 times out of 10 it's all right, it's pretty accurate. But what's good about having Simon on board is that he sees things from a different angle, maybe more of an engineering side than a sales side, and he's the first, I'd say, not roadblock, but that kind of stop point to say, have we done this right? Because Pulse's reputation is about producing very highly spec systems.
Yeah, definitely.
Kick ass.
I'm the guy who kind of has the breakdowns and like, what are you doing to me?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing to me? But no, on the whole, it works really well, doesn't it? Pretty good, and we've come up with some absolutely fantastic systems, haven't we? So it's
Well, I was saying, touching on that, talking about systems, I think one of the things that's become quite apparent during the whole COVID lockdown situation is that the the whole thing about this COVID situation is that you've actually kind of become an integral part of the sales team, not just from the perspective of the technical sales, but actually putting together your own systems, talking to your own dealers, building that relationship more with people out there. And I think that's been a massive, massive help to the sales team because you are bloody good at selling systems as well. You may not think it, but actually you sell a lot of systems that go in very, very well received to our dealers.
Yeah, well, absolutely. As I say, we've spoken about this a lot, and it's we've now got Russ on board, which has been massive help. Where it started with Capes, just being out on the road, doing everything. I started to go out with him. I think they kind of saw where my skills were.
Yeah.
And then one day Kate just sort of went, we've got this job to do. I'm like, oh, when you gonna? Shall I come to you? You're gonna pick me up, or went, no,
you're gonna go.
No, you're going on your own. And I was like, all right. But in a way, just sort of I learned how to deal with these situations I've never been in before, and just get on with it really. And I always used to worry about it going out there, but actually when you're there, take a deep breath, you realise actually I do know some stuff. I know what I'm talking about, and always got out the other end, and it was good. So
I mean, from my perspective, all I ever see when you go to site is a dealer speaking to Mike or speaking to Kate or me and just saying, I've had Simon here today. My lads told him that everything was up and running and ready to go. He's arrived, the screen was still in a box on the floor, but he's got his shirt rolled up and just cracked on and got it done for him. And I think that's such a big value add to a company. It's not just about moving a box from A to B and doing it efficiently. It's about when that box is on site and it needs to have people look after it.
Well, I mean, I've always
integral to that.
Absolutely. I've always had the attitude of, we're here, we're doing it. Let's crack on. Let's just give the client the best experience and the best result, no matter what. And that's the number one. So.
I definitely say we've had some funny experiences on trade shows when we're setting up the.
Haven't we just?
When we're setting it up, it's been left as just me and you doing the whole thing.
Last out,
yeah. Oh, mate.
Get loading up the van.
Exactly. Do you know what? Right, David Fell, technical big man, doctor, director of Pulse Creative. We need to tell this boy to get some decent pans. I'm trying to cook pasta in a saucepan the size of. Well, just tiny, and I'm blaming the tools, but David, get some pans that are worth money and are decent. Moving on. So, obviously Alcons, and what else have we been busy in the show? So you can't really see it behind the camera. We've been doing some RTI.
Yeah, some RTI, got a new IP, HDMI IP system. We've been playing around with that extensively. It's looking really good. We're going to be deploying it here in the showroom and in the training room, which we are looking to do some really cool stuff with some RTI training coming up, which is working on that, and that's going to be, I think, almost a first.
So is it a remote training kind of situation where you sort of been?
Yeah, we're just trying to get some remote training going in, and just trying to get people involved. We've got to adapt or get left behind. So
that's true. Yeah.
We're going to carry on pushing on. So we're working hard on something there, and I think the IP side of things is going to really help. So. That's
I've just added that product to the website actually because that's something, as you know, I've been working really hard on in the background to make sure it's working. And, I definitely think that's going to help the transactional side of our business because there's one part of it is doing project management and helping the project get from point A to point B, but then there's all the other people that are involved during that handle the processing side of things. And they work hard, guys. They are processing orders day in, day out, and this new website having an automated sales order processing system, that's going to make everything a lot more efficient from that perspective.
Well, it's been a long time, and we know that we're probably not, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's definitely not the first, and I think where we have been in the past more of a bespoke system, which is something that you couldn't sell necessarily in a shop.
That boutique sort of feel to the process.
Now we do offer some products which allow themselves to be purchased, in a shop kind of e-commerce way. So
like
it makes a lot of sense.
And paradigm in seeding speakers.
Yeah.
Sorry, what I'm doing here, Dave, Simon, is getting rid of the little bits of pasta that, when you have a normal pan, like normal people, it doesn't burn the top of it. So I'm just removing it because I don't want that in your pasta. And I'll cook for you before.
Naming the tools again.
It's a pretty special event, mate. I want pasta to be honest with you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Like that. So,
but it's all really, really exciting stuff. So it's been a long time coming. It's going to be fantastic. Looking forward to it. And as you say, that's it's going to make us more efficient, get the orders out faster. You know, it's what we need to move forward. So
if I was to say, because I always say it when I speak to customers on the phone, like we are very lucky to be in the industry that we're in. We get to meet really cool people, we get to talk about really fun things, and we get to create these experiences in people's homes that are awesome. So, do you feel the same as me about this industry? Do you know what I mean? Is it that, do you get that same sort of passion feel of what it is we do? Because I think some people really enjoy this and others do it as a way.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love it. I mean, the only thing that, you know, you get, everyone gets excited about, you know, cinemas, and, you know, I guess my role, or what, you know, I get into the nitty gritty of everything. I like design. I really love interiors. Really love how things go together. And just, you know, it's sometimes I probably get a bit too carried away, and I'm like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's not my business too, but I get excited with the dealers to try and give the client the best sort of room, including how it looks as well. So yeah, no, I think you know, cinema is just awesome. You know, it's the one place. So I must say, I do feel personally that you know, it is changing a little bit. It's becoming, maybe the rooms are becoming a little bit more relaxed, maybe slightly less formal.
That media style.
Yeah, a bit more maybe media. Swings around us really. I think people, perhaps maybe it's more because the big cinema was reserved for the big house, whereas now you know, with people that may have thought, oh well, I can't have a really high performance room in my home. It's not big enough. We've actually, you know, we can offer systems. Smaller systems, but really high performing systems. So you know, and then you can convert your lounge into your cinema. It can be your lounge. It can be your TV room. It can be multiple different areas into one, and still be the best of every area. So I think we're seeing a lot more of those. So.
Yeah,
I think it's
I'm definitely seeing it. Like, I mean, I've just bought a new house. You know, I've been banging on about it for weeks. I'm still waiting for the R2 to be installed. Actually,
who are you waiting on?
I'm waiting on me to be able to have enough money to buy it. What do you think we do then? Well, actually, yeah. Well, now
waiting for the call.
I need someone to come and install some R2. So if you fancy helping me out, that'd be awesome. Yeah. But I forgot what I was talking about now. You interrupted me. R2. No, before that.
Install. Wait on it. Media rooms.
That was it.
Houses.
Moved into a new house, and basically the next door neighbour, they've got a cinema. And I mean, this is a normal sort of cul-de-sac type area. It's not like it's I don't live in a gated community or anything. Like one day, hopefully. But yeah, he's got a full sonar system throughout. He's got a little media room sort of thing with a drop-down screen, and he loves it. And it's like, these are normal consumers that are now venturing into our market more. Yeah. And we're able to offer a product range that's going to be a little bit more, it's sort of keeping with their budget as well. Because what's the point in having a system that only people with deep pockets can buy? It doesn't work like that. So what I did is just added a bit of the pasta water. So you want to turn it onto a medium heat. And normally when you're cooking this plenty boat, don't read the packet and it says 8 minutes. Cook it for 8 minutes and then put it in here. If it says 8 minutes, cook it for 6 minutes, 7 minutes maybe, max. And the reason is, you want to use the pasta water and the heat of the pan to finish off the pasta. Now, you've probably heard the term al dente. That's how you choose al dente, because if it's done in any other way, unfortunately, it's just like eating rice pudding, so it's stodgy. So yeah, we're going to make that nice and emulsified, so you can see how, if there's enough sauce for you, happy days. If not, if it starts to dry out a little bit, just add a little bit more water, and just be gentle with it and be patient with it, and you can produce a lovely plate of pasta.
Simon's top tips.
Right, so I'm going to serve this up for you because you want to have some.
Dark outside now.
It is dark outside, isn't it? Oh, it's rubbish. Trademark swoopy. So get yourself a couple of these tongs. They're about 50p in the range, and you plate it in the middle and let it just drape onto the plate.
Lovely.
Also, are you a hot person? Do you like eating chili? Are you spicy?
Yeah.
So a couple more little chili flakes on
Not
there.
Cape's hot, but
Not Cape's hot, no. Cape's too much. Do you want a little bit more parsley on there? Or
Yeah.
A little bit more parsley.
I'll
Make it
have to work,
isn't it?
mate. I'll have to
Where
work.
did I put that parsley? Did I put it in
Don't
the
mess
fridge?
about.
Oh, I can find it now. Where's the parsley from? It is. Shout out to Co-op from the black leaf parsley. And a little rinse. So do you do much cooking at home?
I'd love to say I do, but no, not a lot.
Hayley's watch your game.
Yeah. What I mean to say is, yeah, I do loads. Yeah, I do it all every night. No, she's a good cook.
I do a lot of cooking. My wife from the Philippines, mum cooks like you would not believe. I said, bless her, she's very good at mending people. Like being in the NHS, she's great at mending people. Not very good at cooking.
To be fair, you let her off.
Yeah, we let her off a little bit. She's been pretty busy lately, bless her. So, right, there you go, my friend. 1 plate of pasta.
Incredible.
I'm going to
Look
serve
at
myself. I've got you a fork as well.
that.
But no, I love it that you come down today to talk about this sort of stuff because it's very important for people to know who you are, what you do, why you do it, and why you love doing it. And that's the whole point of these SCHINO'S kitchens is we want more of you to come on this show to share your stories, talk about cool things that go on all the time, and enjoy some food while we do it. You know, it's all about living life and having a good time doing it. So really appreciate you coming. You're going to try it and tell me if it's all right or not. You're just going to pretend it's nice.
I will try it. Yes.
Is this the part where you tell me you don't like pasta?
I was waiting for the meat, mate. I thought I said to her,
mate.
I only have meat.
You only have meat in your pasta?
Just meat.
Well, I'll tell you what then. I'll do you a little lesson of how to cook the proper bolognese because bolognese is actually harder than it.
I'm not good on meat.
What was that? So let's have a taste. What do we do? You alright? So what's better when you're drunk? Beans on toast or chicken nuggets as George would cook?
We have to weigh up the. You have a certain window of time to cook something before you pass out. So
yeah, also evidence.
This might be a little bit
in the kitchen. That you come in and made a big mess. So yeah, maybe.
But no, it's actually very, very, very nice, Skinner. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, mate. Well, look, Gibbo, you're a legend.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming and sharing your story.
Yeah, no problem.
Follow us on Facebook, guys. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, the usual suspects. We are going to be putting out some very creative content, and we would love for you to be a part of it. So, awesome. Cheers, guys. Sprinkle, sprinkle, and maybe a couple more. Sprinkle, sprinkle.